Well, Darren, I spoke to the chief of staff here for the Champaign-Urbana Mass Transit District, and she says she's pretty optimistic about the future of the bus systems in Central Illinois, even if there are more people that are planning on working from home permanently. I'm at the Abigail Event Center. I'm all ready to go. You can see I'm wearing my dress, and I even brought some dance moves here today. And if you're already working from home, why not move to a place where it's cheaper to go from this to this? Well, Alyssa, I can definitely tell you as someone who's been out here for a while today, it is hot, and it's definitely the perfect kind of day where you're imagining hopping in the pool or even jumping off the diving board as well. Well, Sophia, the Warrensburg fire chief just confirming that this started at about 10:15, and get this, 2 people were actually trapped inside. They had to jump out of that window up here. We're going to give you a closer look right there. She says it can look like a perfect pumpkin until she notices this kind of bacterial spot, which means this pumpkin, like many others, didn't have a chance. We've seen a lot of different debris, tree branches like this, but that's just a small part of what you'll see here. I'm going to give you a closer look. Well done. When you're expecting weather like Jim just described, it can be stressful to think about all those ways you need to prepare, because we all know you got to get a shovel, you got to get some ice scrapers. You guys can do a snow angel, but of course you'll want to get inside really quickly after you get out here. We're going to do a little experiment with the Springfield Fire Department.
Your hand's nice and a little bit toasty.
Well, Sean, that's right. Even though Jesse Sullivan is not winning that race today, the mood here at this watch party still upbeat and friendly. I just heard some more cheering going on just then. Jesse got about 16% of the vote as far as we know right now. Now, Christian County Fair just opened minutes ago, and there's a lot of time to come in here and make sure you have lots of fun. I know I'm about to do that. Right now, he's about to drop me, so here we go. Oh, there she is. After an appellate court rejected the governor's appeal on masking in schools, he's now looking to the Supreme Court to review that decision. Push to help kids be safe on social media networks like Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram.
The other thing is, first off, I probably want to go to the bar, but secondly,
but if you did,
I would probably bring a book, yeah.
Well, we were just talking about this during the break. We should make a book bar. We begin with breaking news this morning. One man is dead after an overnight shooting in Decatur. Now on WAND News, a movement grows in Decatur. Samuel Sanders has organized dozens of events to push back against violence, and Saturday, hundreds of people packed downtown Decatur. This morning, we're diving right into your Memorial Day weekend forecast. We know people want to get outside, they want to do some grilling. What are they looking at today?
Good weather for it.
It is the very movie-like. Yeah. He sounds like he's laughing at us a little bit.
And they're called laughing kookaburras. That's perfect, yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
The Springfield Fire Department is giving us a look at the tool they used to rescue a woman from an elevator. The fire department shared this photo to Facebook. You know, doesn't really know anything about foster parenting. I know people pretty much have maybe a surface level view of what that is. Maybe they've seen that in movies or something. What's something that you would want them to know about what that is?
Well, it is very rewarding.
A fire that burned for hours, affecting at least 27 people of all ages. Now they're faced with a mix of emotions.
One of the guys next door found some of his old records and stuff that he'd collected for years, and he found them all burnt and covered in water. I thought he was gonna just break down and cry.
Cheyenne Hollowell, who just moved in a month ago and attends Milliken, says she's surprised with the outpouring of support from people she barely knows.
And it's really touching, and it kind of solidifies a good reason why I picked Warrensburg.
That outpouring extending from outside of town, with the library being a main spot for donations, and they're already struggling with space.
This is a good problem to have, isn't it, though, that our community stepped up and that we have this much stuff.
And students through Warrensburg Middle and High School Honor Societies also lending a hand, a gift their teacher says teaches them beyond the textbook.
Sometimes taking care of the people around you is more important. We take care of our own, and we really want to embrace people that unfortunately went through a really traumatic experience.
That experience, traumatic for pets too. That's why a local shelter is stepping in.
They have been displaced. They had smoke, they had fire, they've been uprooted from their life that they know of too.
And for Cheyenne, the search is still on to find her missing dog.
It's I kind of just got up this morning with a sense of dread that I still haven't found her.
In Warrensburg, Olivianna, WAND News. Years after other gas stations have switched to self-serve, Donaldson's full-service gas station in Beecher City has kept its niche. I got the chance to see just how a small-town pump means more to the community than just a fill-up. That bell is a symbol of a type of work almost forgotten.
And it's the same thing, day in, day out, day in, day out. Never changes.
That's Donaldson's full-service gas station, serving people in the town of Beecher City, population about 350.
Our family's been doing this since 1951-52.
It was passed down through generations, wanting to keep a business that cared alive.
When Brad's dad was alive, he would do things like bring people home and let them spend the night at their house.
Because it's been around so long, the relationship with the community goes beyond just car repairs.
Sometimes they come in and they have a problem as simple as, I need my lawn mowed, do you know anybody? Or I need my house painted.
When you drive into this gas station, you'll see just how important your car is to the Donaldsons.
Getting their gas pumped, their windshield washed, their oil checked, tires aired up, and when we change their oil, we check everything. The bell rings, and we hustle up and get out there. We find out what they're needing.
And for young people just passing through, those 1965 pumps fill their imagination, not just their tank.
An old boy from Florida stopped in and got his kid out of the van. He was sleeping, and he wanted to bring him in because the dad had worked at a place in Florida like this. It had belts and hoses and pump gas and everything. So he showed his son around the shop. I said, yeah, go walk around the shop and show him what you used to do.
A gas station that goes above and beyond to make sure that Beecher City is taken care of like family, giving care straight from the heart.
We're here and we're doing everything that we can to take care of people and make them feel comfortable.